The saintly Baal Shem Tov, the founder of the Hasidic movement, always encouraged his followers to learn a lesson from whatever they experienced in life. He always used to say, if you hear something, you see something, you experience something, that has to be taken and integrated into your service to the Lord. Now, unless you've been living under a rock or in some space station far away from Earth, you realize that the past couple of weeks, the news has been dominated by the events that are happening in the land of Egypt. There's a revolution going on. To sum it up, President Mubarak, who's been in power for 30 years, seems to be, I would say, slightly unpopular. Let's just say that. And because of his unpopularity, people have finally, after 30 years of suppression, decided they want to do something. So they've gotten together, and for the past 16 or 17 days, they've rallied and organized and demonstrated in downtown Cairo, and it looks like, as of today, that Mubarak doesn't have long to stay. Now, whatever you think of Mubarak, good, bad, indifferent, doesn't make a difference. But one little fact really sticks out. The rumor is that Mubarak and his family have salted away close to $70 billion. That's 70 with a B, billion. And much of that money comes from, you know where? The good old US of A. Now, I wondered to myself, at what point did Mubarak not say to himself, maybe this is a little excessive? Like, how about just stealing $30 billion or $25 billion? Is that not enough? But I guess when you're in that position and sitting and money is just flowing into your coffers, there's no end to your greed. So that little note, I don't know if that's the whole cause of the revolution, but it certainly didn't help his PR. Now I ask myself, all right, according to the words of the Baal Shem Tov, since he encouraged us to learn a lesson in our own life from events that we see, experience, and hear, what's the lesson? I mean, Mubarak, Egypt, dictator, revolution, country far away from the United States. Besides the fact that Israel is very nervous, and my heart it goes out to that country because who knows what's going to happen after Mubarak is gone. So I plead to God to please keep Israel safe. And the fact that oil has gone up and may continue to go up, fine, that's going to affect us. The Suez Canal may affect us, but in reality, geographically, he's far away. And I'm thinking to myself, what lesson can I learn from Mubarak? So ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. We need a revolution. That's right. We need a revolution. Now you may say, Rabbi, what do you mean a revolution? We live in a democratic society. The United States is great. You vote for your Congress people. We have a president that's elected. We live in the greatest democracy in the world. That's not what I'm talking about. I don't mean a political revolution. I'm talking about a spiritual revolution. For too long we have been enslaved, ladies and gentlemen. And I want you to come with me and throw off this enslavement. I want to liberate us. Rabbi, who's enslaving you? I'll tell you who's enslaving. It's not only me, it's you as well. Who's enslaving us is this Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination. For too long, that inclination that resides in the left ventricle of your heart has told you you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not tall enough, you're not holy enough to move on in your spiritual life. He has kept us down. He has subjugated us to the worst kind of tyranny. One that doesn't allow us to be the best that we could possibly be. For too long, every day we wake up with doubts. What am I doing here? Why am I here? What's going on in the world? What have I accomplished? And every day that evil inclination works on your insecurities. And he tells you, nah, don't try this. Don't experiment with that. Don't grow. You're good as you are. Stay down. You're not a rabbi. You're not a big spiritual being. So ladies and gentlemen, today is the day. Let us write our own constitution and Declaration of Independence to say to ourselves, look, if the people of Egypt, after 30 years of suppression, after 30 years of being enslaved to a dictatorship, could rise up and try to make a better life for themselves, so can I. And I'm going to do that, and I want you to join with me, because one man by himself is hard to make a revolution. But if you come along with me and we all say to ourselves, you know what, enough is enough. I'm not going to allow the self-doubt. I'm not going to allow this evil inclination that continuously works upon my insecurities to hold me down. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let this be the day of liberation and of freedom. I guarantee you that if tomorrow morning you wake up and you say Moda'ana, you say that little prayer in that siddur that you have, thanking God for giving you back your soul, and thinking that the first thought is, today is the first day of freedom. I'm going to throw off the shackles of the evil inclination. I'm not going to doubt myself anymore. Things that I wanted to do, things I wanted to accomplish are within my grasp. I can really reach out and see them and feel them, and I can attain what I was meant to be here on earth. No more self-doubt. No more recriminations about who I am. I'm free and I'm ready to get going. So ladies and gentlemen, please, I know it's easier said than done, but if we take one little step at a time, look, the 100,000 people in Egypt can overthrow a dictatorship. We can do the same thing of our dictatorship and not allow the evil inclination to have dominion over our lives. Let us be the best that we could possibly be. Go out there and grow, experiment in your Judaism. Learn how to read Hebrew. Buy a book, learn more, experience more, love life more, and live life. If we do this, it's going to be the greatest revolution that you've ever experienced. Thank you for listening, and viva la revolution!